Hi guys, and welcome back to another video tutorial here at ReichelProductions. We're working on Blender Cycles 2.7 and I'm going to be showing you today a couple of tips just to help save time, of course, and to save resources on your system. If your system is a bit slow sometimes with cycles, things can get a bit unstable or slow. So it's always nice to help with those type of problems. So let's just go ahead. First of all, let's go into Cycles, Render. And the nice thing with Blender is that we can arrange the layout as we need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just drag this out here for now. And the reason is I want a larger area over here at the top. So I'm also going to pull that down. And this section here called the outliner is what is open at the moment. It's very seldom that I actually use the outliner, but sometimes you may need to use it when you're working with a lot of objects and so on in a scene. But for now I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm rather going to use another 3D viewport here. And so we've got the object, the cube that we're working with, and we can have another view of that. Now when you're working with Blender, the default cube comes up usually, and then of course the camera as well. So if I press 0, because the camera is here as well, if I press 0 I will get a camera view of my object, and if I press 0 I come out of that view again. So that little shortcut is useful, of course. Most of you probably know that. And what we're going to do though is just go into something called border rendering. Okay, if you go into your default, which is already here in the render settings, and we go down, first you have render, then you have dimensions. Okay, under dimensions at the bottom there you see border. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to click that, and immediately you'll see that your camera is now highlighted, okay, with this red dot. It looks reddish, pinkish, I'm not sure. Sometimes a little colorblind, as I said before. Okay, alright, so what it's done is highlighted that camera, okay. So if I go into rendered view in Cycles, of course, then you'll see that the view within the camera alone is rendered, okay, rather than everything else. Okay, so if I click that, everything is now rendered. If I select border, only within the camera. Okay, now the other thing that you can do, if you want to even reduce your resources, improve the speed of your rendering in the viewport while you're busy, especially when you have a lot of objects and so on, you can just select, press shift and B, and then this will come up, and you can select a smaller area that is rendered. Okay, when you want to actually render, you can also make use of that border rendering, so that you don't have to render everything else, as you probably know, and that can also be useful. However, it doesn't always work with AVI raw images. You sometimes get some problems there when you try to play the video. So just be aware of that as well. Okay, but this will save you a lot of time. Just be aware that when you come out of camera view by moving with your mouse, it's obviously going to come out of border. So just press 0 to go back into camera view. Now, to keep going into render and solid mode, by clicking on here sometimes it's time consuming. So I'm going to give you another shortcut tip which will save you some time. Just press shift and Z and you'll get your render view. Press shift again and Z and it comes out back into solid view. Don't get confused, because Z will be your wire view. Okay, and that will bring you back if you press it Z again. Alright, so I hope that helps, guys, and then until next time, bye for now.